Hi, today I want to show you another recent discovery that came with a big surprise. This is an aerial view of Tel Lachish in Israel, the archaeological site where the comb was found. It's about 60 kilometers from Jerusalem, that's 40 miles. Already at the time of the Israelite kings, it was a major city with a palace and a garrison, but also 1,000 years earlier the city had its own Canaanite king. We read about the city from the time of Joshua, where they naturally opposed the conquest, to the time of the kings and the prophets. Lots of findings in Lachish. They have found a palace, city walls, temple, a well, gates, etc. There's also been findings of Lachish, including pictures, reliefs of the Assyrian invasion, which we can read about in the Bible. Now let's have a look at the ivory comb. So it's made of elephant tusk, it's relatively small, and ivory was a very expensive material, which only rich people and kings had. It was even more expensive than gold. The ivory comb had teeth on both sides, but sadly they've been broken off. Here's a picture of a much later lice comb. It's about 3,000 years later, but it helps us to get an idea of how it might have looked. So it's been somewhat eroded, possibly by the fingers holding the comb. After processing and analyzing the comb, the inscriptions were found. There are 17 tiny letters that vary in width from about 1 to 3 millimeters, so they are quite tiny. The 17 letters form 7 words, and for the first time we have a complete reliable sentence in the Canaanite dialect, written in the old Canaanite script. It's the first sentence in Canaanite language ever found in Israel. It's a wish, or maybe an incantation, to make the comb more effective. May this tusk root out the lice of the hair and the beard. Well, the comb inscription is direct evidence for the use of the alphabet in daily activities some 3,700 years ago. The Egyptians had hieroglyphs, the Sumerian and Akkadian used cuneiform writing, and it all relied on hundreds of pictograms to represent words and ideas. It was very hard to learn, only elite could learn that. And the Canaanites seem to be the first to use letters that represent sounds in their writing system, which subsequently evolved into Phoenician, Greek, Latin, and our modern alphabet. So this is a milestone. Matching one letter to a sound made writing and reading easier for everyone to learn. For those of you who love biology, here's a male human head louse. So that was a brief update on one of the most recent discoveries in biblical archaeology. Next episode will be about the Moabite stone and a few bonus findings that all collaborate and illuminate the Bible, helping my faith stay solid and to mature.